everyone to today's show for the Men's Health series. I have an exciting guest, amazing, inspirational woman, and I can't wait to share her story with you. Fatima Ingles is an inspirational thought leader with three amazing young spunky boys who she's going to talk about. And Fatima is a life and small business strategist who has been around. She's recently moved to Brisbane from the lovely Adelaide. And I look forward to what we're going to share today. Welcome, Fatima. How are you?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rochelle, for that lovely introduction. It's lovely to be here.
It's always great to talk to you. You brighten the world up. So I love your smile. It's always like, yeah.
Oh, right back at you.
So Fatima, tell me a little bit about your story and your background.
Okay, so born and bred in Darwin. I'm one of 40 grandchildren, the eldest one. So we have a huge, huge family. I met and married my husband. Well, I met him when I was 16, started dating, and I married him a few years later. So he was a Portuguese man. I worked in Darwin, worked for my husband's construction company for many years. Now I live in Queensland. So yeah. I am a widow, as you know, Rochelle. When my sons were quite young, my eldest was 6, my middle son was 4, and my baby was 22 months old, I became a widow. So, yeah.
And how have you found bringing up the 3 boys since becoming a widow?
It has been difficult. As you know, a little bit about my story. My husband committed suicide. He committed suicide at work, and I was there when it happened. So it was suicide by gunshot, and very, very horrific, as you can probably imagine. On that day, I lost a lot. You know, my husband, my job. As you may imagine, there was fallouts with family. His whole family completely wiped us off. So the impact on my sons has been huge, because in that one day, they lost their father, they lost their home. We never went back to our home. They lost, I guess, a sense of identity. They lost one whole complete side of the family, cousins, grandfather, uncle, all that sort of stuff. So it has been a huge, huge impact for the boys. The littlest one being 22 months old, he has no memory of his own, of his father. So that has been something very, very difficult. So, yeah, huge.
Hard for him because, you know, as you said, he doesn't remember his dad, and it's only, I guess, what you're telling him or his brothers are sharing, or photos. Did you have many photos with him?
I do. Well, not with the little one. He didn't have many photos because my husband didn't like taking photos very often. You know, he'd make a fuss of it, or he'd have sunglasses on. So, you know, I make a big deal of getting photos, because you never know what can happen. And that may be, you know, you've got your memories in your mind, but you may not have pictures to look back on. And I know that's a huge thing for my son. You know, it's Father's Day coming up while we're doing this recording, and they haven't got a grandfather. I don't have much contact with my father, and my boys have never met him. So they don't have that. They don't have a grandfather on either side of the family. They don't have their dad around. So it's been really important to have good male role models around. And not having any family in Adelaide, I found that through sports and youth groups. So that's what I had to look for. So the thing is with the boys, Rochelle, is there's different ages and stages. So every time I think and feel as though we've worked through something, one of their issues that are coming up, anger, anxiety, insecurity, sadness, they'll grow. I've got a teenager, he's 15. Last year he hit another set of emotions. I thought, great, we've worked through all of this. He's forgiven his father for what he did, you know, and being left without a father. And then we had other issues.